Welcome to the fourth episode of the Brotherhood of the Force. My name is Darth Vicious. This morning we are covering my thoughts of the new Star Wars canon. I'll be taking questions from Twitter and Facebook. If you are watching live, look me up there. My Twitter handle is at Alan216 Dempsey. On Twitter or on Facebook, that name is Alan Dempsey. I want to hear from you all. That said, YouTube, let's get started. The new Star Wars canon, from what I have seen, is very good. All the new canon novels have been enjoyable to read. I will leave links to my top 5 favorite novels in this video as annotations. So, with that in mind, my top 5 favorite books are as follows. Number 1, Star Wars Lost Stars by Claudia Gray. Number 2, Star Wars Bloodline by Claudia Gray. Number 3, Star Wars Aftermath Life Debt by Chuck Wendig. Number 4, Star Wars Tarkin by James Luceno. And number 5, Star Wars Battlefront Twilight Company by Alexander Freed. I will also be posting links to my least favorite books in the current canon. And this list is only 2 books and are as follows. Number 1, Star Wars Aftermath by Chuck Wendig. And number 2 is Star Wars Dark Disciple by Christy Golden. Having said that, there are 4 books I wish would return to canon. Those books are as follows. Number 1, Star Wars Darth Plagueis. That is by James Luceno. And there are 3 reasons why I would like to see this book return to canon. Number 1, Darth Plagueis is a canon character. He was mentioned in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, by then Supreme Chancellor Palpatine. And of course, Palpatine was Darth Plagueis' Sith apprentice. Number 2 in that list is Star Wars Darth Bane Path of Destruction. That is by Drew Karpyshyn. Number 3, I should say, Darth Bane Rule of 2, also by Drew Karpyshyn. And number 4 is Star Wars Darth Bane Dynasty of Evil, also by Drew Karpyshyn. There are 3 reasons why this is the case. Number 1, Darth Bane is a canon character. He made an appearance in an episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars, the animated series, in spirit form. Number 2, the Sith Order, of course, lived by the rule of 2 during the prequel trilogy as well as the original trilogy, culminating with Darth Vader and, of course, Emperor Palpatine, which, of course, Darth Vader ended the rule of 2 by killing off the Emperor and redeeming himself to the light side of the Force. Also, that being said, Darth Bane is just a cool character. Everything I've read about him, and of course reading these books, just makes me wish that these books were back in canon. I would add the Thrawn trilogy to that list as well, because Thrawn, of course, is one of my favorite former Legends, now canon characters. And those 3 books were really, really awesome. However, there is a new Thrawn novel coming out. So Thrawn is officially back in canon and will be starting with Season 3 of Star Wars Rebels. And of course, the novel is coming out in April. What future novels am I looking forward to? Number 1, Star Wars Ahsoka. It's going to be a book about Ahsoka Tano. Forgot who's writing that book, by the way. Number 2, Star Wars Thrawn by Timothy Zahn. Again, Grand Admiral Thrawn, one of my favorite former legends, now canon character, and I cannot wait to see what he brings to the table, not only in Rebels, but what the book brings. Number 3 is Star Wars Aftermath, Empire's End by Chuck Wendig. Of course, I loved Life Debt. I didn't love Star Wars Aftermath, but after after Life Debt, Empire's End is looking very promising. And number 4 is Star Wars Catalyst, which is the Rogue One prequel novel. I'm looking forward to that and seeing what James Luceno does with the story. I'm going to be reading that as soon as it comes out. Same goes for Ahsoka. Same goes for Empire's End and Thrawn. And I will be reviewing those books, by the way, so I will be putting those on my channel as soon as I have those books read. Let's move on. My thoughts on the films. Those of you who know me personally know that I am a huge fan of the films. I have been since I first saw A New Hope. That said, I'm looking forward to the new films coming out. These stories, if I am predicting right, are going to be amazing. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, was an awesome movie, and I keep hyping it. I know a lot of people felt it was too much like A New Hope, but I felt J.J. Abrams did a great job with the movie. I trust that Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, which is coming out in a little over 3 months, is going to be amazing. Gareth Edwards, of course, is an awesome, awesome director, and everything I've seen from the trailers has been absolutely amazing. Gareth Edwards, you are doing an awesome job. I trust that Star Wars Episode 8, which is coming out next December, is going to be awesome as well. Of course, Rian Johnson is an awesome director. And Han Solo by Lord Miller, being directed by Lord Miller. It's going to be amazing. It's being written by Lawrence Kasdan, who, of course, Star Wars family for years. And, of course, Star Wars Episode 9, which will be coming out in May of 2019. I have a feeling that's going to be awesome. Colin Trevorrow, awesome director. I loved what he did with Jurassic World, and now I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do with Star Wars. Having said that, there are some spin-off films I would love to see made as well. I would love to see Ahsoka Tano get her own spin-off film directed by Dave Filoni. That would be awesome. Dave Filoni knows Star Wars as well as any fan, and I swear if they gave him an Ahsoka film to do, he would knock it out of the ballpark. He would hit the 3-run home run, score the game-winning goal. You get the point. he would knock it out cold. I would love to see a trilogy of films set in the Old Republic era, and I would love to see those directed by Drew Karpyshyn. Those would be awesome, even if it became its own 6-film saga. That would be cool. Now, Star Wars Rebels. Everything that I have seen from Star Wars Rebels has been extremely good. When I heard that there was this new animated series on Disney XD, I was worried. I felt like it would dumb the series down, much like I thought Disney would dumb the films down, and they haven't. I was wrong. I watched the last 5 episodes of season 1 and was instantly hooked. Season 2 was the first full season of Rebels that I actually watched. I am looking forward to the upcoming season 3, which starts on the 24th of September on Disney XD. So if you guys can watch it, I strongly suggest you watch it. I will be giving spoiler-free and spoiler-filled reviews of each episode of season 3. It will be on this channel. And I will be doing live reviews at mid-season when they have the mid-season break and at the end of the season. Those will be done not as hangouts, but as live streams. Season 4 is already being worked on, which makes you confident that there will be a season 5. Shows I might like to see. This took some deliberation, but I would love to see a live-action television series set in the era of the Old Republic, perhaps as a tie-in with a film series. I would like to see that be on ABC, because ABC is owned by Disney. I feel like they could do a live-action series on that. I would also like to see a live-action series done post Return of the Jedi, which means leading up to The Force Awakens, and then even possibly tying in with the sequel trilogy. It'd be awesome to have like an on-screen fill-in from Return of the Jedi to The Force Awakens, which would really help fans who don't read the books know where the history is. I would like to see an animated series also set in the Old Republic era. Uh, maybe have tie-ins to the live-action series as well as a possible film series from that. But also have stories be separate. Have different teams working on both shows. I would also like to see an animated series on Disney XD set post Return of the Jedi and leading up to the sequel trilogy, even if not tying into the sequel trilogy, with tie-ins to a possible live action as well as the sequel trilogy as a whole. Now, having said that, you got my thoughts on canon material. Unfortunately, I can't talk about the comic books because I haven't read them. Very hard to find them in libraries, and obviously it's very hard to find them on Amazon. If I do find them on Amazon, of course, I will probably buy them and read them. I used to be a big time comic book fan and would just love to read the new canon comics for the current Star Wars canon. Before I get to my closing here, I'm going to look at my Twitter and Facebook pages. Alright, well, I got no questions to answer, so I want to thank each and every one of you for the support and views on my videos. You and the Star Wars community are the reason I do these videos. If it weren't for the great Star Wars fans on YouTube, I wouldn't be doing these videos. I'm going to plug a video that I'm doing tomorrow. I am planning on doing a live Q&A. You can hit me on Facebook with a question. Use the hashtag AskVicious, or you can do the same on Twitter. I'll probably be doing it around, I don't know, noon Eastern. So with that in mind, this has been episode 4 of the Brotherhood of the Force. I know it was shorter than my usual. Not much else to say other than what I gave you. My name is Darth Vicious. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you are watching this post-broadcast, please leave a like, a comment, and share on social media. Tell your friends about this channel. If you get me 100 subscribers, I will do a live review of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Until next week, when I do Episode 5 of the Brotherhood of the Force, you have a great day on YouTube. May the Force be with you always. I will see you guys tomorrow for that live Q&A. So with that in mind, I'm going to get up out of here. I will talk to you guys all later.